All right, we are live on YouTube. We're going to be live on the podcast here. Well, we won't be live. We'll be recording here on the podcast in just a couple of seconds. If you could just give us a bit. We'll get started. Welcome, everybody, to Chapter 21 of LegionsCast. We're back. People have been saying they want an episode. We're here to give it to you. A little snapshot in time. Seeing we don't know when new information could drop. There could be new information that comes out by the time we actually post this. So we are post All-Stars 4 results, but we've not been privy to information of PowerCon figures. They're I don't want to call them exclusives because they're never exclusive to PowerCon. They're just early release to PowerCon. We've seen the shadows, we've seen the teas, but we don't know what those figures are. We can only speculate at this time. And that possibly, who knows, that could be up right now and I just haven't seen it. I don't know. I have no idea when that's going to drop. So that's what we know. We know the 4 winners of the All-Stars 4. I'm your host, Steve Bisciotti. With me today is Travis Bowles. How you doing, Trav?
Wonderful.
Old man Kyle's here, sitting in. Pete had to run. How you doing, old man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Cody's in the booth, producing. We're on YouTube.
Thanks to Cody.
Thanks to Cody for LegionsCast. I don't know if that's a first. Might be a first.
It is not.
It is not a first for LegionsCast.
Nope.
So, we got fun stuff to talk about.
We got a lot of stuff going on. We got some few things that we are going to tell you right away. We are going to put off a little bit still. The Myth Libs contest. We are going to have some special guests join us for that episode. We are going to be lining that up soon. Also with some, hopefully some more exclusive announcements. You guys can take a guess at who those guests might be. But the game stuff and contests that we have going, that stuff is still running. It's still going to be revealed. It's just waiting to line up a couple big pieces. So I want you guys to make sure you're still paying attention to the game, Mythic Legions Tactics. Make sure you're subscribed to that website so you're getting the updates. And we will definitely keep rolling with that super fun part of this myth.
You know,
Yeah.
mythos. It's like meepos.
We were just trying to figure out how long it's been since we've done this. Apparently a while.
Apparently it has.
Yep. The last episode was actually just you and Jeremy Gerard, if I remember right.
No, I think you were there.
I was there?
Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. Trav can't remember.
Oh, that could be last night.
It was the 3 of us, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, now I remember. It was like, I felt like Jeremy was hitting on me the whole time.
He was.
Yes.
He was. He does that.
So if you're tuning into this episode expecting knowledge or reputable information, I am sorry, you're getting none of that. You are getting our opinions on Mythic Legions and not a lot of facts. So enjoy.
Well, you will be getting some bio reading. We've been asked to resume the bios. I think people enjoy that, so we are going to give that to you today. It'll be fun, but I think we should jump into this and we should start talking about the All-Stars 4 results that we know about, the 4 figures that we know about, which are Vitus.
Mythos.
No.
Mythos.
Yeah, go for it.
Tibius, Sir Owain, and Scaphoid.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Keltus, and that's
I
wrong.
did too. When I saw that come up,
For some
when I
reason-
saw that picture come up,
Yeah.
I got so excited. And then I realized it was Scaphoid. I mean, great figure, but I let out a little girl scream when
It's pretty easy to
those
make
Keltis.
a Keltis with a Scaphoid, though.
You could, definitely, because, I mean, Skeletor's skull is green. It's not blue, so...
Were you at all... there's been some drama, okay?
well, yeah.
Yep, and there always is with the All-Star votes. One of the things that people are complaining about is we got to vote for 6, but the Horsemen have only revealed 4 of those votes. Does that bother you, Steven?
No. Bother me. How can you get bothered by stuff like that? The rules are the rules. This is just toys. The Horsemen own this company. They got to do what they got to do. They have a method behind their madness, and they're trying to accomplish something. And they don't have to ask. They don't have to ask us at all what we want. They could just do whatever they want. And frankly, I think they probably would make better decisions than we make.
I do also find it amusing that people are like, I just saw a post the other day that said, well, usually they have 2 army builders in an all-star wave as well. Mm-hmm. We literally just got a all-star. We just got all-star 3.0.
Yeah,
They just came.
they're just in hand.
Was there an army builder in that set?
I don't even remember.
I don't believe so.
No, there wasn't.
I mean, you could argue that you could make some of them army builders.
Yeah, but
of course.
standard,
But it was
straight
not
out of the box.
straight out of the box, no, there was
No.
not.
So they don't always do it.
So there was 4 figures, right?
Oh, man.
4 figures plus
A troll.
2 a troll and 2
PowerCon figures.
PowerCon figures. And I hate to tell you this as someone that has bought a lot of these, that's what fits in a box kind of perfect from them.
Yeah, it does.
So if they go that route again, because they did just tease us with some some Motu homage figures, which we could discuss after this, but speculation-wise. But if they go with 4 figures plus 2 more, being those 2, now you've got 6. If they do a troll, that's a perfect box because you take 1 troll out of an all-in box, you take 1 troll out of a pack of 2, and then those 6 figures fit perfect in there.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, number 1, there's a method to their madness. Number 2, well, the box thing is, they could have more than one box
Very true.
design.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, I think there's probably something going on, whether it's the PowerCon figures or not, but even Corn Boy, somebody posted the other day, again, complaining, and Corn Boy said, hey, we use information from all of these all-star votes to decide things for future reference. So it's not like everybody voted for these 6 figures and then we're going to give you these 6. Maybe on All-Stars 5 or All-Stars 6 or something else they'll do. At the end of the day, this is the 4th time they've done an All-Star. So they're still trying to figure out how they want to release things and how they want to do it. It doesn't matter the mentality behind it. People are going to be upset, unfortunately, but it's always gold. It's always gold, no matter what they do.
I remember the last 3.0. People were upset with that group.
Oh, I've said, I can't believe they picked what they picked. I mean, you can tell that. Here's what I've learned. We hang out in the Cabal, all of us, and the Cabal is a great group, and it's a lot of fun. Very high customizer presence in the Cabal. That's where the creative people really hang out. I mean, we're all lovers of the straight up Mythic Legions as they come out of the box. We're all excited about that stuff too, but there is just that level there. So when you hang out at the Cabal, a lot of people are looking at things from a customizer's point of view, or maybe they're not customizers, but maybe they buy customs, or maybe they want to buy. They're looking for stuff from Jeremy Gerard or Nikki or whatever they're looking for, right? And so a lot of those vote choices, especially, and I should even go one step further, a lot of the vocal people in the Cabal are the customizer.
So they're
community.
going to vote for figures
based on
on what
customs.
they're going to do, as opposed to filling
Yep.
holes
If I would have said, if you'd have told me that Kador was not going to make it from all the hubbub we saw in the Cabal, because everybody wanted Kador, because that a human, flesh toned, which, even if it doesn't matter if it would have been Clavius or a white guy, a black guy, it doesn't matter. The human flesh is highly sought after because it's hard to get their hands on.
You okay, Trev?
What do you quit making stupid faces?
I totally agree with you, Stephen.
Right.
Exactly what you're saying. And some people in these groups, they will now get upset because they go, we had a poll in here, and they believe that poll is exactly how it's going to go. We have been here from the beginning and can realize that every time one of these things happens, it doesn't go down the way you think it's going to go.
Are you holding back a sneeze? Are you okay?
He stinks. He stinks.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Stephen was very confused.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't know
that
what was
whole
going
interaction.
on.
Did you not hear the chainsaw?
I didn't. I was talking,
Lord, I
and
understand
I didn't
now. I
hear.
He's got those headphones on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If it's
It
not
was
coming
like
through the mic.
he leaned forward. I mean,
I hate, same thing happens with Pete.
Yeah.
These guys start making faces, and I'm like, what am I saying that's so messed up?
it's okay now.
Okay.
For now.
So, yeah.
Who'd you vote for on there?
Owain and Vetus.
So two of your votes made the four.
Those are the same two I voted for as well, of the four.
Owain and Vitus.
Yep. For me, it was because they're 1.0, and I didn't get in until after 1.5. So what was the first wave after that? That's when I finally got in.
1.75?
Well,
There was a 1.75.
well, then that might have been it. But so when I see these figures come back up that I didn't get, like an idiot,
Yeah.
I mean, I jumped right on them. So I'm happy to see them come back out.
I can tell you, I actually am surprised Owain made it. And
Really?
I know that's crazy because he literally should be one of the top vote getters. But something about the Knights, people don't. I feel like people are more into the skeletons, the orcs. I mean, I remember when we started this whole podcast, and my biggest regret is not getting the army builder set of the 6 silver knights, and not buying more of the gold knights, and like that is my biggest regret. And even still sitting here, even though I know how amazing Owain is, I would pick those other 3 ahead of him. It doesn't surprise me that those skeletons made it because I think people love skeletons.
But here's the thing: now that Mythic Legions has been around now for some time, if Owain and Vitus had faces, if they had heads that could be interchanged, because at 1.0 they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Would that change your mind?
Yeah, that would be a huge selling point
but
too.
but what I'm saying is, though, I think there's still enough people out there like me who didn't get them.
Oh, yeah,
didn't get in till
Totally agree with that as well.
And I just
Totally agree with that as well. What I'm saying is I think people are really into the skeletons, and sometimes we don't realize that how much.
No,
those
I think
kind of
probably I would say if you made a poll and you asked which group, I think skeletons would be number 1.
You think they'd be up there?
I think they'd be number 1.
I think skeletons are the one that surprises me is Scaphoid.
Who I did vote for.
You did, yeah. You said
Yeah.
that.
Three of my votes made that top 4. I voted Scaphoid, Owain, Vitus. I did not vote for Tibius, but I will tell you he is easily one of my favorite figures.
Scaphoid, looking at him from a customizer standpoint, that green is hard to deal with if you want to do something different.
Yep.
So therefore, that's why I was surprised at him. But then again, that's looking at it from a person who spends time looking at these through customizer eyes and time at looking at these from the Cabal lens,
Yes.
where everybody's constantly saying what they're going to do in there. and that's just not the majority. Obviously, is there's other people out there.
So I looked at this from a flipper standpoint.
Oh yeah,
I didn't. Now see, I'm in between. I don't do the customizing. I leave that to you. I don't do, the full horde purchasing like you do.
Yep.
I look at it as things I can move and things I can keep. That's it.
So what's crazy for me is in this situation, Scaphoid, when you have figures faced up on a hanging pegs, and that green
he pops.
Stands out.
he pops.
Yeah,
And it
just
sucks,
like you're doing today.
Exactly. It sucks
popping.
people in, and they're like, "Holy cow, what's that?" And he also has he does have a little bit of a Skeletor vibe,
Yeah.
of course. So if he's sitting up there next to a barbarian, people kind of get that Skeletor, that vibe, and it sucks them over. The red Clavius,
Clavian, I think.
He
Clavius is yeah. Go ahead.
he also has that kind of vibe too.
Yeah, there's a few of them. I want to say Ragna does the same thing. That blue and the silver really pull you in.
And there's a lot of them I think that have that ability.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things with him. He just looks good on a shelf.
I love the figure.
Yeah.
I'm not. He does look cool on a shelf. I don't need 10 of them though.
Yeah.
I don't need. I just need one on a shelf.
Do you already have him?
And
though?
I already have
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
So, for me, he was a. I get from a flipper standpoint, I get it.
Yeah.
Um,
But then again, I had multiple people asking me, Travis, what do you think? Which one's yours? And it's friends from the show, and it's hard for me to say it, but when you already have them all and you're not a customizer,
Yeah.
there is no
you don't look at it through the same eyes I'm looking at it through.
I didn't care which one won.
Yeah.
I was like, whichever one wins is great because that means that's the popular one, and I'll be able
I'm
to
gonna
buy
buy
more
10 of
popular
them.
I
ones.
got to be honest. There was only one I cared about,
And he didn't get it.
and that was Kador.
Wow.
Kador to get those bodies.
He wasn't a big seller. I shouldn't say that because we don't know the numbers. He wasn't even really that popular
No.
in that
But
line,
so
I don't
many
think.
of them are that way. They're not very popular.
Yeah,
but then
they're
when
weird.
people start seeing
Looking
them,
at the
you know,
people coming in here, Von Creep, Chris Middlecamp, just wanted Kador for customs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he was the number one pick for me. I was like, if I can't get any of my other picks, I would have wanted Kador.
Yeah.
I voted for Kador.
He's a great, not only we were talking about this a little bit off camera, not only is he a great pick because he's the bare chest that is hard to get a hold of. Now people will say, the orcs, there's orcs out there. Well, trying to turn an orc human flesh is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Can it be done if you're just dealing with a torso? Yeah, because the torso doesn't have any joints, But then you got to match it to a pair of arms if you're going to do bare arms. It's just a lot of work. Not only is Kador giving you the male torso, Kador is also a pretty cool flesh tone. He's different. I've got one on the table here that I used a Torgon flesh tone. Torgon has this orangey look to
Yellow.
him. It's almost like they oversprayed a cast, maybe because he's got the orange mohawk. Maybe they wanted to make him look a little fair skin, but he's got this orangey, and it is a hard color to match. I've done it. It's difficult. It's a pain in the butt. I would much rather be able to open up a Kador and snatch that body. And he comes with thighs. So you've got, you don't get that with Torgon. So he's a package of pure, beautiful nakedness.
And I totally get that. I think what we forget is there is so many people buying these that aren't the Cabal members.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like you said, that artist lens, it is such a huge difference. And there's a lot of people, they look at Kador and go, that's dumb. Why would you wear a knight helmet and a bare chest? And
because it's cool looking.
because it looks awesome.
Yes.
You're that good of a fighter.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you noticed the size of some of the weapons? If we're going to start getting that nitpicky,
Well, I don't.
and I'm one of the ones that do that.
I don't even think it's
get
nitpicky. I think it's just more people's personal preference. Had he had a barbarian like helmet or something, he probably might have sold a few more. I personally think it looks awesome.
It does look awesome.
Yeah.
He's seriously one of my favorite barbarians. in the
And
line.
quite frankly, we don't know if, as we record this Sunday, if tomorrow, the 1st of March, that two of the other two or one of the other two picks could be.
Yes.
We just don't know.
Yes.
It could be added. It's
Right.
possible.
Because in our minds, we're thinking there's a chance for another troll. Okay. I've had a lot of people heard a lot of people say, how great would it be to have the ice troll, but in Brontis's colors, and then be able to,
Oh man,
flip those. And
people
I'm like,
jump out of windows if that happens.
And I'm like, that would be really cool.
Ice troll, I've heard in red, making him a
Like
fire troll.
like a fire troll, especially
pretty
go with
cool,
the ether blade stuff.
Yeah. That would be really cool. And we have no idea. Obviously it's just speculating. I see Eric, our friend from Texas, said that. Hopefully you're doing okay down there, buddy. We are thinking about you. And a troll is a good, it would be neat. But then again, we have no idea. we really have no idea. And for my pocketbook, I almost want to say I hope there isn't a troll, which sounds dumb from me. But after that last order showed up and I had 16 boxes of trolls and really
That was ridiculous.
And only have like 4 left.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money, especially if you buy at the scale I'm buying. As a collector, I hope to God we get a troll.
Yeah.
For sure. I hope to God we get a troll. But we'll see.
Well, it is what it is. We're getting what we're getting.
Gosh, I wish I would have sent Cody the PowerCon picture. I'm going to try and find that real quick. They did also tease, and they did say PowerCon exclusive figures, right? Did they say that?
Well, it's
No.
listed as a PowerCon on the page,
Okay.
on the Cabal page. It's listed.
But they've never been exclusive before.
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, no,
to say.
early
Yeah.
release.
Yeah. It's an early release kind
And
of
it's a
thing.
picture. Yeah, it's a
It's got to
picture
be
of both
Source
of them.
Horseman would probably have it up.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. So we could speculate on this. We're going to be seeing if Cody finds it here, but if not, I can describe it. It is a PowerCon logo, and it is in a very. This is another thing I haven't heard a lot of people mention, except for me and Jeremy on Podcasters of the Universe. But the logo is very She-Ra colored, and I don't know if that is a hint.
I'm looking for it now, Cody. I'll try and find it so you can pull it up. Being dumb. Looking like in the.
SourceHorseman.com, Cody.
Yeah, it's probably going to be on there.
It'll
which I
probably
think you're
be-
actually already on Source Horseman. Real quick, I just want to talk about this. We'll go right to it, but the Store Horseman page is currently down. Can you reload it, Cody? See if it still is down.
Is that Store Horseman or Source Horseman?
Store
Oh,
Horseman.
this is Store Horseman.
We want to go to Source Horseman for that logo, I bet. I'm guessing it's there.
Go to this one, Source Horseman, and then
Scroll down and see if that other.
picture is there.
There's a PowerCon.
No, I don't think
That's
it.
the logo, but I don't see the shadows.
on the right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Upcoming event.
Maybe if you click.
Maybe click on that upcoming event and see if it pops up. If not, we'll.
I'm being dumb. It's on our LegionsCast page.
Yeah, I can't find it on Source Horseman.
All right.
Well, no, that's the thing with the Cabal. You start to get in these Facebook groups where you get down to, Okay, here we go. If you go to our LegionsCast Facebook page, Cody, or do you want me just to send it to you?
LegionsCast from 3 days ago was the post.
So those colors are screaming. But you know what? I think PowerCon is using those colors too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Possibly.
Yes.
Now I'm saying it could be
There you go.
related to the figures. It could
Yes,
not
Cody,
be
thank
related to
you.
the figures. It might be just what PowerCon is doing this year, or.
So what do you think?
Well, we've got a.
They both look furry. But could that just be the art?
Okay, well, here's the question.
Thistlehorn is furry.
Thistlehorn is furry. What figure? Orko?
Either Orko or Stinkor.
Stinkor small? I didn't know Stinkor was
No,
small.
but if you're doing an homage.
Stinkor is not
yeah.
small, but if you watch
But
the
you're talking about an
2000,
animal.
if you watch the 2000X cartoon, before he turned into Stinkor, he was a little character called Oedipus.
Okay.
That when he was transformed into Stinkor, he grew in size, and he didn't always stink. I think he stunk
Well,
after
just
that.
yeah, but just like Travis said, they don't all have to be the same size.
They don't.
Just like in
Okay, so we could be looking at a few things here. I do not know. I kind of have a feeling, and you guys tell me what you think. I did that they're not going to go with Stinkor for Thistlehorn because it's been done custom-wise. You have one, don't you?
I do have one. Yep. So you think that's going to be
Do
what
you?
makes
But
it
do
so
you
they
really
don't
think
do it?
they're going to base a property figure like that on that some people have done a custom of it? How many customs could there possibly be of it? How many heads were sold through My Action Figure Customs or through
I don't know. They may not. They may say, "Yeah, we're gonna do what we're gonna do," and screw it. In fact, looks like he's holding a shield, right? Is that a round shield?
Yeah.
Well, Stinkor came with a blue round shield, right? Now,
But if it's Orko, there's no hood. You don't see Orko's face.
I just
He doesn't
don't
have a
think it's gonna be
shield.
Orko.
Well, what other animal type creatures could it be?
Who do you think it's going to be then?
If it's not
Beastman?
Stinkor. Which one?
Beastman, could it be a little?
Beastman will be the tall one. Beastman will be.
Will it, or will that be Mossman? Maybe he's flocked. Look at the
He could be flocked and be.
Maybe he's flocked, and that's why they're showing us that textured kind of looking furry thing. Maybe
But you can flock
maybe
any figure.
that's an orc.
Make sure I say that slowly.
That's an orc flocked Mossman.
That's what you think.
It could be an orc
I
flocked
don't know, I'm just
Beastman.
guessing. Could be an orange flocked Beastman. Could be. I would think that it would have. If
Well, what's the weapon he's carrying? The
I
weapon
don't
he's
know.
carrying
What do
looks
you
like an axe, maybe, or
I'm not exactly sure. Looks like a.
It's very hard to tell. It could be a mace.
yeah, it could be a mace.
Could be that mace that comes with the dwarfs.
I don't know.
Cody thinks a sword. I don't know. It's going to be fun.
I wonder if there's a way to take out all the words so we could see the figures better.
I think we're going to know real soon regardless.
Probably.
Yep.
It's fun to think about.
This is what, they've always been. I messaged CB the other day. I said, dude, you are a bleeping tease. And he said, yeah, it's kind of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no. You have always been a tease, but now you're a bleeping tease.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're ramping it up. I feel like
Yeah, because they're learning more and more,
true, exactly.
and they're seeing the reaction that they're getting from their clientele.
I think they are loving this.
Oh yeah, they are.
They're just loving it.
They're sitting around a Zoom meeting, just laughing their butts off
Now I do notice that
in a good way.
the O in Legions is kind of on the little guy's leg. Is that a hint that it might be Orko?
Oh my God, you are.
Yeah, it'd be stupid.
Munoz thinks that that's a Torgan mace, probably for Mossman.
I think it's Torgan too.
Torgan does have a thick sword. In fact, Torgan's sword is on the back of
True.
the Dragon Warrior right now. You can look at it on the table.
I don't know. It's pretty cool, and it's gonna be fun to see what really happens here. And Von Creep, Chris said, I don't think it's flocking. I think it's just grainy photoshopping.
It probably is.
Yeah, but Thistlehorn does have those little tiny
Wisps.
wisps on the top of its head. So, and then the ear, where there's almost like an earring. So, I mean, we are nitpicking here.
John Clawfield said, Steve has jumped the shark.
Yeah, that was
that's true.
That's truly jumping the shark.
Yeah. It's the fun part about this line, though. And when you have just one line, I think you got to do this kind of fun stuff, like stretch out the excitement and really kind of push that stuff. And let's be honest, somebody getting on line and posting, well, I see all the all-stars that won I already have, so I guess I get to save money. Even that person made a post. They commented on it. So yeah, it okay, great. I'm sorry. Bummer, you're not buying our toys, but the reality is you're still talking about them.
Yeah.
So
I'm buying every one of them.
I will too.
me too. Multiples.
Somebody is going to want a Scaphoid someday, and
Yeah.
I might want something of theirs.
Yep.
So I want a Scaphoid.
And the thing about it is again, we've only been doing this 4 All-Star waves, but we may not see Scaphoid
ever again.
again.
Yeah.
I mean, do you really think that the Horsemen have time with their huge catalog of characters, the huge backlog of things that people have missed? Do you think they have time to revisit All-Stars figures they've already released?
Unless it's part of their plan down the road to have committed stock all the time, then possibly. But even that is probably not something that's going to happen for years, which means, yes, 3, 5, 10 years before we see Scaphoid again. So
I know everyone wishes they had a library. They had these figures just available. You could go buy them anytime. I understand that. But I think what we've experienced between seeing comments online, watching other interviews, and having them on our show, these guys have a lot of figures they want to make.
right.
And it's new figures.
But to that point, they've already made Scaphoid, so
Yeah.
you just put an order in for
Get them.
100 Scaphoids when you put the order in, and then you get them, and then you put them, But I'm again, I don't mean to say it's that easy to make it sound like it's that
Right,
easy.
because you're leaving out the one component, which is the money part of it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can't. I
Right.
don't think that. I think I don't think you can order 100 of them. You got to order 10,000 of them. Or
Oh,
5,000.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
or 2,000. Yeah, I don't know what the numbers is, but you know what I mean.
And then they've got to sit on them.
And then they got to wait for them
but
to sell
if
to get
they're
the
in
money
the
back.
store,
True.
but then again, you are talking about, okay, so say it is 5,000 is the minimum they can order. Okay, yeah, you're talking about this room alone being full of Scaphoid.
Yeah.
And if they do that with 10 figures, now you're in a 1,000 square foot warehouse that you're paying for
Yeah.
Yeah.
while people are buying your $35 Scaphoid. So I
Yeah.
get it, but I mean, who
I know,
knows?
It's money. It is money.
Who knows what they might be interested in doing?
Yeah. It's hard too for a guy like me. Obviously I'm buying and selling, and that's kind of how I pay for my collection. I don't want them to have these figures available for everyone. I don't want them to be evergreen, and it's a hard thing to say because I do want them to be evergreen. I want everyone that doesn't have a Atomon to have the opportunity to get an Atomon. I want that.
Thank you.
But the other side of it is there is the soulless part of me going.
I can sell one for $300.
I prefer that people don't have them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It is this weird balance of me just pretty much being a prick, and
Well, you are the waffler of the group.
very true. Very true.
All right.
Yeah, Munez says the horsemen are taking no risks. LOL, smart guys. So he's right. Do these pre-orders, make your money, keep doing what you do. We love you guys for it. Some people hate you guys for it, but we get it.
So we're looking at a calendar right now where we've got, just for right now, not even to mention the Etherblade stuff and the stuff that hasn't. We're still waiting on the, with the horses?
Alithia?
Yeah, not Lithia, and then what was the one with the previous with the?
Aetherblade?
Was it the Etherblade stuff?
Aether.
Aether. So we've got those, and then we're doing this one, and then my guess is there's going to be an ISS, probably relatively soon, and then by then we should start getting in the Aether wave, and
my guess is that we won't see an ISS until the Aether wave.
You think they're gonna hold the
I think they'll hold the All-Star stock until then, and it'll all go on together.
that's probably
It wouldn't surprise
It's a
me.
guess.
Yeah, and they have done that before.
Yeah.
I think they did that with Siege and Wasteland. I think
Yeah.
they
think we've
waited
seen
on
that.
both of them.
I would guess though there'll be something.
Well, it'll be soon. There's gonna be more stuff.
And we got Cosmic Legions too. There's got to be something coming up, I would think.
Equidron, I think I see
Yep.
somebody writing over there. And
Both of them.
He's got to be coming soon, I would think.
I think Equidron's coming between Aether and
Source
Alethea.
Horseman's got a great little spot where they tell you what the current
Schedule
production
is?
plan
Yeah.
schedule
Yeah,
is.
check that out.
Source Horseman would be a great place to go get information.
What's so fun about Legions is like, how long has it been since we've really talked about Aether?
It's
been a while.
Been a while, but
And the fun part about that is we're looking so far ahead right now, and then that Aether box is going to show up, and we're going to be like,
Oh man,
we're going to be so
that
happy.
was the first wave that I've bought the most stuff out of,
Yeah.
and then Alethea killed me. But that, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that stuff to come in.
and once again, there will be a rush of fans coming in because of the pictures that Aether. I mean, I think that's gonna break some people. Like, I really think it is. I think some of the figures in that line, they did a masterful job with. And when those pictures, when Trevor Williams, Nate Strong start posting pictures of those things,
Oh my goodness.
I mean, holy cow! People
Well, how
are
many
gonna
times
lose
have
their
we
minds.
sat here or amongst ourselves and seen a picture of something and it looks unbelievable, and then we get it in our hand and it's like, oh my god, it's even 10 times better than the picture they took.
Yeah, I think it's always been better.
Yeah.
Always.
Easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, I guess, right? We can move on, can't we?
Yes.
Moving on, I think we need to plug, this is going to be a little bit
Self-indulgent.
self-indulgent, but we got to plug our new website. Not for LegionsCast, but LegionsCast stuff is on this website, so you can get LegionsCast merch, I guess you'd say, to be cool. You got to go to My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me's website, which is the acronym MWIGTKM.com. And you can go there, and that's obviously, if you're not familiar with our other podcast, Not Safe for Work podcast, you should check it out if you like to hear stupidness and mixed in with some toys. But if you're not into that podcast, that's cool, but you still want to go here, and you probably are going to want to go to the shop where we've got a lot of cool things, starting with some shirts from the different podcasts. Some of it isn't podcast stuff. Some of it's just art that we thought was fun to put on a shirt, but you can, like I said, get the actual LegionsCast shirt there. And some fun stuff. And then if you go to the toys section, Travis has some of his Mythic Legions figures for sale there, so you can go buy Travis out.
As a matter
Some
of
of
fact,
them are sold out already.
if you jump on there, some of them, it went live today, and some of the figures have already sold out. But the great thing about the site, and this is all, of course, Cody, intern Cody, who is
Producer
Cody. Sorry, I forgot he's paid.
who looks like a Disney prince.
Yes, who looks like a Disney prince is paid, and he pretty much has taken this bull by the horns and has done all the work, and is continuing to do all the work. But he had a great idea of every Sunday at 5 p.m. we will add new toys. I don't think that's happening today.
I was going to say, what are you thinking about today, Trav?
But then again, Cody might be like, hey, this stuff actually sells. Maybe we'll
better
put
have
some
it
more
ready.
up. Yeah. But the reality of it is there is going to be toys on there. I imagine Steve is probably going to end up doing the same, depending on if him and Cody can work out a deal. But jump on there, take a look. I try to price things below eBay. I mean, that's the best way I guess I could say it. If it's selling for a certain price on eBay, I am going to try and beat that price.
Now, if I put stuff on here, my stuff will probably be above eBay. I kind of feel like, since it came from me,
He will sign the box.
I could sign the box, cut a lock of hair, maybe just a small one because I got.
Why don't you just pick the stuff off the floor you're losing?
Oh! I'm kidding.
Hurtful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stuff is on there now, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think the t-shirts aspect. I literally right now I'm like, I'm already looking at a sweatshirt going, I'm buying that sweatshirt. It's pretty nice quality stuff, and Cody's done a great job setting the site up. So go check it out, mwigtkm.com. And there will be no toys up there every Sunday. And obviously, if you buy toys from us, you're supporting us, and we appreciate it.
If you buy shirts from us, you're supporting us for
Fact.
sure.
Yep, fact.
So, I think that's all the stuff we have, right? We've updated on the video game. We've updated on, well, that would be the Myth Libs. We've updated where we're at with All Stars. I think it's time to move on to some bios.
Yeah, buddy.
Travis, do you have your bios up for our characters that we are going to talk about today, which are 2 All-Stars characters? We are going to... Oh! What? We're going to, let's start with Owain. Sir Owain. Travis is going to masterfully read the bio on this, and then we will have a little bit of discussion on what we think of this Kickstarter 1.0 character. Travis is still looking. So that's why I'm just rambling.
I'm just saying Pete usually brings this up for me.
Well, now I know what Pete brings to the table. Finally found it.
I have made it to Source Horseman. I am
Yeah.
now going to try and find...
Search by Wave 1, because these are both Wave 1 figures.
Seems so long ago.
It does.
2015.
It was at least 35 pounds ago.
It's, oh my gosh. Just Google. You don't Google it. Google it. All right. So Sir Owain is who you want me to start with?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a knight.
They're such great figures. Sir Owain still is one of my favorites. Order of Aetheron.
He's such one of Trav's favorites that he didn't vote for him in the All-Star Wave.
Human Knight. I did
I
vote
thought
for
you
him.
said you didn't.
No. Tibius is the only one.
Tibius.
I didn't on
Okay.
there. Yep. He's a human knight released in 1.0. Accessories, he came with a shield, with a clip, sword, spear. Additional heads, no. Kyle wish he has an additional head.
Hey, I'm happy to get him.
Biography. As a skilled warrior and master swordsmith, Sir Owain is an indispensable member of the Order of Aetheron. Aetheron. Ethereon. He is world-renowned for the intricate detail that he pours into every blade that he creates. Oh, he's a swordsmith, too.
Yeah.
And equally revered
Revered? Oh, okay.
for his prowess wielding them. Possibly more important than his skill with a sword is Sir Owain's jovial good nature.
Owain.
Jovial.
Sir Owain's jovial good nature.
Yeah.
He reminds me of myself.
You are jovial.
I am.
You are jovial. That's a great explanation.
And
for
also a little bit of a swordsmith.
you. No.
Sure.
In the direst of times, even the thinnest sliver of light can help fracture the darkness.
Yeah.
Good job, Trav.
That's it?
That's it.
Look at that. So Sir Owain is I think he's the class clown.
No.
No? You don't see it that way?
No, he's not a class clown.
Well, so you see him as the encouraging guy?
Don't get me wrong. I think he's jovial, but I don't think it's like class clown like. I mean, he's not Pete. He's not just sitting in a corner making jokes. He's actually up doing work.
Yeah, okay. He's out on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Slicing and dicing.
Yeah.
And he's like saying cool like one-liners. Like he tells the orc, "Hey, don't lose your head," then slices his head off.
Yeah. He's
that
probably,
kind of guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's probably a lot more like hard case, probably. From the Clone Wars, which I'm watching. And if you're not, you should check it out.
It's brand new.
New cartoon.
Dork. Oh, it's freaking awesome.
So Sir Owain's the guy that you see, and he's like, he's gonna come up behind you, rub your shoulders, be like, "Let's go get him, guys!"
Yeah, let's go chop some heads off.
That's you.
I know, that's me. I'm telling you, it's me. He's jovial.
Jovial.
He's jovial. The guy is jovial as heck.
Moving on.
All right,
I would say real quick, the paint apps on Sir Owain.
they're awesome.
Oh, beautiful.
He's a great character.
Beautiful.
Makes me want to make some custom swords.
Oh, to go with him?
Yeah,
Oh, especially
to be
with
like-
that he's a swordsman.
Yeah, he's like ornate,
Yeah.
Yeah.
super cool swords.
Make it happen, dude.
I'll see if I know a guy.
Yeah. Tibius. Fraction Congregation of the Necronomicus. Skeleton Warrior. Released in Mythic Legions 1.0. 2 swords, 2 daggers, and a tattered cape. I loved his cape.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yes, normal skeleton head came with him. Red face paint and skeleton head with articulated jaw. I love the articulated jaw head, but I don't know how you don't display him with that red stripes of paint on him. And I know people are like, "Oh, just got these red." He just looks awesome, though.
I remember that they didn't show us that at first.
Oh yeah.
Original Kickstarter, we only saw him, and then it was like an
The
add-on
regular?
at the end where they were like, "Put these red stripes on." We're like, game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. It was too.
Yeah.
Just so cool. Oh, biography. One of the most ancient living skeletons roaming the earth.
Old guy, huh? He's old man Kyle.
Yeah, he is.
Tibius commands many of the deadlier battalions in Necronominus' army. Single-minded to a fault,
Also me.
he is consumed with recruiting soldiers and bolstering his ranks. A master fighter in his own right, Tibius is renowned for the savage skill he displays while wielding his twin swords on the battlefield. Thank you. Whoever wrote that one, good job. Good job.
Wow, you're pretty proud of yourself on that one, huh?
Yep, me and Treadaway killed it.
So this one, Tibius, just thinking like he's got his arm and he's walking across battlefields and he's like touching dudes with a sword, touching bodies with a sword, and then they
Come back to life.
they come back to life as a skeleton. He just tells them to get to the get in.
Yeah, it was kind of when I was reading it, I was thinking that his idea of recruitment is probably not very fun.
No,
It's definitely
Yeah.
not like when I was in high school and the Navy came and tried to recruit me. And
Yeah.
You gonna be a mama's boy all your life? You want to see some things? You want to see the world? Are you just gonna sit home?
yes, no, no. Or
Just
they,
gonna sit home in your cave and paint toys.
So you were like, I already got the tattoo.
I didn't have no tattoos.
yeah, no tattoos.
I didn't have no tattoos. I'd kicked out of the house if I got a tattoo. Walked in with an earring. My dad would have said, "Get out! Get out of my house and quit drinking my milk." So, Tibius, yeah, he's out there slaying and recruiting. Sounds like
He's just checking boxes, man.
he's a badass.
Yeah, he is.
I really like William White's comment. He said, I wish the articulated second head had the red stripes.
I could make that happen
Yeah.
Ooh,
on my own,
you could.
and that could be fun.
That could be super fun. It's funny too because that articulated head, I think I've already. It's like was in a box with all these other heads, and I probably gave it to Hobby Lobby at some point and
To
said,
paint it.
"Yeah, do something with this." I had no recollection even of what it came with.
Yeah, there's a few articulated heads that I mean he's not the
Oh,
only
yeah,
one that's
yes.
come with that.
They've
and
started
so,
doing it now too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have because I love an articulated head with the mouth open.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
look. They
Do
look
they do,
so-
I mean, other than this one, did they do a lot of that in the 1.0?
there's a few.
In 1.0, or do you think they came afterwards?
They may have came. I don't know if he was the only
Did
one.
Malleus have a open jaw?
He may.
I can't remember.
I know. I took one from 1.0 and put it on a builder, which it's still there on that builder. What are you giggling about?
People asking if we'll ship to Canada and Europe, and Cody's like doing damage control in there right now. It's just the U.S. right now, and John said, "Think of us poor desperate souls in Europe, Cody."
Yeah.
I am very happy that both those figures made the All-Star Wave.
Me too.
Both meaning Owain
Tibius
and Tibius.
Owain, yeah.
Yeah, they're both good. Like I said, if I was going to pick a skeleton, Tibius was the one I would have picked. And I may have picked him in my 6 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was 8?
It was definitely 6.
Okay. Yeah. He wasn't in my 4, but he was in my 6. So
I could see Steve. Actually, what Steve did was he thought it said 8, so he clicked 6, and then he clicked the next 2, which caused 2 of his other ones
to kick out.
To kick out.
yeah, probably. I probably didn't vote for Kador. Maybe
Oh,
I'm the
geez.
reason we lost.
Your number 1 vote, Kador, actually got erased because
Yeah.
you picked your 7th
Yeah.
and 8th.
Now Cornboy's like, you lost by 1 vote.
Yeah. Dude, if that actually happened, Cornboy would be like, he's the one right there. He did it.
Actually, it'd probably be Gerard that would be telling me that stuff. But Gerard, good job on this. We know you ran that whole thing and ran it like a boss.
Like a boss.
So, I guess that's about it, right? You guys got anything else you want to get off your chest?
I do really quick want to talk about these wonderful capes that I ended up picking up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, from a Mythic Legions Cabal member, Sean Strupp, and it's Strupp. And him and his wife are doing a little business, and pretty much it's Sean doing the legwork, trying to show them off and get people interested, which I will tell you, he did a very good job for me doing that because he shared a picture of a cape, and then that caused me to get on board with it. And this is an example of one of them. It kind of got all mangled up, but
Yeah. Very cool.
These capes are wired, yes, Trev?
yeah, these are wired capes that you can then get into like any kind of, not any kind of position, but obviously someone like Steve could do some pretty masterful stuff with these. So it's a cool little cape. They did some burns out of there. I then also bought a couple of the short ones that they say are more like for dwarfs, but I actually think they would look good on a regular full-size character as well too. But real good prices. Look them up on Facebook if you're interested. We've got a picture of one that they did right now that Eric LeBron shared, and that I think that's
Oh, my
really
goodness.
neat. It's just kind of it looks like a perfect cloak.
That looks like a whole...
Oh, it's just cool. And I think that these guys' stuff is it's real nice quality. It's Brenda, I believe, is his wife's name. I'm pretty sure I thought that's what it was. But if you're on YouTube right now, you could see we're sharing some pictures right now, and it gives you an idea of what they can do. But look him up. It's Sean, Shen, I believe. Amazing stuff. Great price, too. And I don't know if those have gone up, so I don't want to just like quote you for what I got, but I will tell you the price. It was one of those where I was buying this one for sure. I wanted this red one that I thought would be great for Spawn if they ever show up. But I also was like, that would look great on a couple other figures as well. So I was going to go that route. But as soon as we started talking prices, I was like, yeah, I'll take 4 or 5 more.
Yeah. How many did you get total? Trev?
I ended up getting 5, I believe.
Okay.
2 of these black big ones, and then I'm pretty sure I got 3. Yeah, 3 of the shorter ones. I got a green, black, and gray. And I'll pretty much just actually kind of let Steve and Hobby Lobby put them on my figures or customs that they create for me, and that'll be what the plan will be. So.
Those are great.
They're very cool.
Yeah, it's super neat, and just another one of these, people out there with some artistic ability and a wife who's willing to play and have fun and let this guy turn some fabric into money so he can invest it in more Mythic Legions. So pretty sweet.
Awesome. All right.
That's all I got.
That's all we got for this week. So, Chapter 21 coming to a close.
That's fine.
Thanks for listening. Hope this will get you by till we get some more info to talk about here at LegionsCast. Until then, we will see you What's the tagline for this show? I just blanked.
But we'd like it if you subscribed on YouTube.
Yeah, do
our
that.
channel.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
We're trying, Cody. We're trying.
See you around the land of Mythos. I think that's it. Who knows?